Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales in beautiful Paducah, Kentucky. How are you? I've got a really unique and super cool coach to show you today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blackhawk. This thing has like a very sturdy, muscle, army, military look to it. Blacked out wheels, the American Racing blacked out wheels. It's got one of the herd bumpers on the front. Extra lighting, you can see the lighting. I'll zoom in down there, down on the lower plastic valence. It's got extra lights at the top. This guy even added extra lights you can see down the edge there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blackhawk. 2023 Renegade Explorer 40 ERB. So this is the bath and a half. It's 40 foot 6 inches from the OEM front bumper to the rear bumper. So 40 foot 6 inches overall length. Now, if you want to leave that bumper on, you can add 8 inches to it. That's how much the aftermarket bumper extends out, is about 8 inches. So 40 foot 6 inches. If you add that, you're going to be like 41 foot 2 inches with that bumper. Lots of customization on this one. 29,000 original miles. It's got the DD13 505 horsepower engine. Lots of nice upgrades. Upgraded headlights, upgraded fog lamps, all LED projection. Very tastefully done. You know, sometimes when people customize something, I don't know. I'm very particular when it comes to aftermarket modifications. This guy, the previous owner of this 2023 Renegade Explorer, done a fantastic job. And I'm critical. I like clean lines. I like clean, those lights around the front bumper. I want those evenly spaced. I love the lights he put up at the top. You'd never see that on a Renegade Explorer. You'll have to check out the exhaust pipes here in a second. He put some like little custom kind of like miter cut, not cutted, that's not a word, miter cut tips on it. Very, very cool. Something else I'm going to tell you, and if you kind of dissect or break down what I'm telling you, you'll understand what I'm telling you. And if you don't, then call me and I can explain. But this coach, this 2023 Renegade Explorer, the Blackhawk, doesn't burn hardly any DEF fluid. Like, it almost burns no DEF fluid. And it runs really good, and it gets better fuel mileage than the average Renegade Explorer. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. This 2023 Renegade Explorer burns hardly no DEF fluid. It gets better fuel mileage than the average Explorer. And it sounds awesome. Sounds great. Sounds like it's actually breathing like these trucks should breathe. So I'm gonna leave you with that, and you can probably figure out where I was going with that. But if you need any help, you call me and I'll explain further. Tinted windows, tinted lights, extra lights, full body paint, 120 gallons of fuel over here underneath the driver's door. It's got like a rhino lined or a bed lined step on it. Yeah, 120 gallons there. The DEF tank, the tank is still on it, and it's always full. This is that little custom exhaust tip. Look at that. That's on the engine exhaust. That's on the Aqua Hot exhaust. Now, if you said, hey, I want this thing completely back to stock. I don't like those exhaust tips. I want the chrome wheels back on it. I don't like the bumper. I've got the stock stuff here, and it's not going to cost you a penny. But I think it's very unique. There is not another one in the country that looks like this one, I can promise you. Blacked out, billet American Racing wheels, Michelin tires. By the way, we're going to put a brand new set of Michelin steers on it. Not because they're wore out. I mean, the coach has 29,000 original miles, but we go off a date code. And if the tire is 5 years old on the steer, or going to be 5 years old within the next 12 months after I sell it, we just replace them. So you're going to buy this coach with a brand new set of Michelin steer tires on it. full body paint, 20,000 pound towing capacity. The ladder, he also added that. How cool is that? You don't usually see a ladder. 20,000 pound hitch, got your 7-way Polac, I think that's how they pronounce that, for your marker lights on your trailer. It also is pre-wired for the Voyager camera on your trailer. Glad hand fittings for your air ride or air brake. And we can add the little Air Force One for the supplemental braking. That's something we can also add for you. Very, very, very tastefully done. The only thing I can see that I would do, if with all the blacked out, I would probably have to take this chrome Explorer emblem and have it like powder coated gloss black or painted black, maybe even matte black. And then same way with these, the OEM Renegade mud flap, I would have to put a black one of those on. But keyless entry, outdoor entertainment. It's got the outdoor cooler. It's got an upgraded sound bar out here. I'll show you in a second on that. The Blackhawk. You know, I look at these and I just kind of rattle that off the top of my head. I've thought about that for like 20 seconds before I started filming. And when I saw it, it just has just a little gnarly look to it, and it runs. Oh my gosh, it runs good. All right, stick around. I'm going to open up the belly compartments. I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood, lower this bumper down. By the way, no tools required to lower the bumper. These two little handles, you just kind of pull or push those and they release the bumper, let it down. So appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. If you are a subscriber, we love you. And if you're not a subscriber, join the fun. Please hit that subscribe button. Lauren will throw it up on the screen there. This coach is for sale at chasecoach.com. So if you're wanting to know if it's still available or you're looking for the price on it, go to chasecoach.com, and the price and more photos. I bet I took 300 pictures inside and out, up, down, and sideways of this thing. So chasecoach.com, and yep. Hold on just a moment. I'll be right back. And again, thank you so very much for watching. All right, back with you. By the way, a beautiful sunset in Paducah tonight. It is, the weather right now is amazing. First compartment back on the passenger side is just storage. And you can see they've all got the bed liner. It is a super, super nice upgrade in these coaches, the bed-lined storage bays. Next one up is also another big storage. Something I want to share with you, you may have seen in some of my videos, we can do a custom grill. I can do a Blackstone griddle. I can do a Traeger grill. I can do a Weber just barbecue grill. We can put it on a slide out tray. I can hook you up. So if you wanted one of those, just holler at me for the price. We can install that before you pick it up or before the coach is delivered. Spare towel is included. If you ever need a piece, you'll be glad you got that. So the original OEM spare towel that matches, you know, from Renegade, when the towel was put in, they give you a spare set there. It's included. Nice little like subwoofer down there. I think that's actually connected to this upgraded sound bar up here. So I haven't turned it on, but by looking at it, it looks like it will sound amazing. AquaHot 450D hydronic heating system. We just did a fuel filter change. By the way, before I forget, the whole coach has been serviced, so you shouldn't have to do anything. Anyways, 450D AquaHot hydronic heating system for the heat and the hot air. Samsung 43-inch TV with an upgraded sound bar. I like his little breather catch can deal. Again, the gentleman who traded this, very intelligent on just what he knew about the coach and what he had found out about it and little upgrades. You'll see it here in a second on the other side, like the water filtration system that he put on this is really cool. Truma outdoor cooler. You can set the temp to freeze. You can set it to chill your beverage of choice. No ice required. All you got to do is plug it in, which you can see there, it's plugged in. It'll run off a 12 volt or 120, and it's on this little slide out tray. Makes for an excellent option. Excellent accessory. I'm going to call it a nice accessory on the coach. Back here's more storage. The coach does have central vac, so you can plug the hose into the system out here, or there's a port underneath the bed in the master bedroom. Talked about the hitch, talked about the rear. Does have a washer and dryer. You can see the vent there, backup camera. Back here is a little more storage. You've got your shore power reel, which is a 50 amp connection. I'll show you that. You really need that. So that's what your typical campground will have. You can have an electrician add that to your house or shop or wherever you plan on keeping it to keep it plugged in. And you have the transfer switch. So automatic transfer switch that will pull shore power or generator power, depending on which one you have running. 383 hours on the generator, Onan 8000 commercial series diesel generator. Quiet, produces good power and quiet. And by the way, that runs off of the fuel tank on the truck, so you don't have to, pack a gas can around to fill it up. It's running off of the 120 gallons under the driver's seat up there. Check out the filtration system. Now, whoever buys this, I'm going to put new filters in it, first of all, and I'm going to get some information for you from the previous owner about what this big tank does and the little filters. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory from what I've seen, but I'm going to go get some info from him, and when you buy this, I'm going to explain what goes where and why it's there, okay? But a very elegant filtration system, which, it's not a bad idea. We kind of are what we eat and are what we drink, right? So, the cleaner the water, the better. Pretty basic down here, gray and black tank dump handles. So the handles are here, low point drain, pressurized spigot. Does have a powered freshwater reel. You can see the little white hose, the button to reel it back in's over here. Black tank flush. Very, very simple system. I always brag on how user-friendly the Renegade wet bay is. But the filtration system, again, kudos to this guy. Normally it's a 10-inch paper water filter. It has the 3 filters: the safety filter, the longevity filter, and the flavor filter. I like it. All right, over here is going to be where you hook your sewer hose up. So you have a black and gray tank. There's those really cool exhaust tips. Over here is more storage. You've got a 3,000 watt Victron Energy Multi-Plus inverter. This coach is equipped with the lithium batteries, as you can see there, and it also has solar charging. The controller for the solar's in the top right there, all Victron Energy, all very neat. It's all servo controlled, so you can log in like from your phone and monitor the coach, change the settings. We can explain all that to you. Really cool. Dragonfly batteries, so lithium batteries. These are 270 amp hours a piece. So you've got 540 amp hours of lithium battery power. Couple fuses, more fuses down here. It does have the isolator, so when you're going down the road, the engine on the truck will also charge those lithium batteries. The batteries up top, those are your chassis batteries. So if your chassis, the engine was dead and you were needing to boost or put a charger directly on those, you could go right there. On up here, we looked at the fuel. Again, 120 gallons of diesel underneath the driver's door. DEF fluid. It'll always stay full. This thing burns like almost no DEF, okay? Under here, just wanted to show you how clean the frame is. Oh, another upgrade. Already has the King HD shocks. If you're on any of the Facebook groups or you've talked to any other Renegade owners, you will quickly see that the King HD shocks is one of the first upgrades that people do. So you don't have to do it to this one. It's already there. We just did a full service on it. The coach has a new air filter, new fuel filter, new oil filter, topped off the windshield wiper fluid, new wiper blades. We do that on every coach that goes through here. Another view of the frame on the passenger side. It has the factory tow hooks. You can see just how clean the engine, everything about this is clean and mean. I like that, clean and mean. Upgraded JL audio speakers in the door panels. Has the Diamond Shield paint protection film on the front of it. If you can see that, there you go. Herd bumper, again, that just slides in the tow hook hole. So if you didn't want that on there, it's very easy to remove. But if you hit something, I hope you don't hit anything, but if you hit an animal, you're out west and you hit a big animal standing in the road, you'll be glad you have that. Air ride driver and passenger seat. It has the upgraded Sears seating, which Renegade started using, I think, in 22 or 23. has their name very cleanly embroidered there. The seats have lots of adjustment. They're heated too. The little heat control is right there. I don't know if you can see that to the left. 29,000 miles, just under 30. Has the Garmin in-dash navigation, locking differential, Voyager backup camera with a side view, smart steering wheel with a cruise control. Again, everything, even in the cab, we got a little thing placed there to probably hold your cell phone. Looks like it's probably magnetic. Both sets of original keys, all of the original owner's manuals, clear title. Got a clear title in-house too with no liens on it. So, all right, what did I miss? Let's look at travel mode. So before we bump the slides out and run that awning out, let's look at travel mode. So you have the electric steps. I like the carpet. Normally those have like grip tape, but I like the carpet. I'm going to actually ask him if he made those or if he found those, but they look like they're factory made. I like the carpet. They fit those steps perfect. All right, I've got the cushion there for when you turn the dinette into a bed. Just kind of move that out of the way for a second. So this is travel mode, okay? And we'll zoom out. Going down the road, when you walk in the mid-entry, right across from you is the half bath. So you have toilet, some cabinets, medicine cabinet with a mirror, sink, and vanity, okay? Now, another thing he's upgraded, it has Octane brand theater seating. Diamond stitched, powered theater seating with heat and massage. I'm not kidding. Big TV, you can see the fireplace. But so mid-entry, you see the entry, okay? You walk in, turn to the right, you got about 8 or 10 inches between the fireplace and the theater seats. Right here from the kitchen to the theater seating, you have about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. 1.5 feet, 2 feet, 1.5 feet probably, maybe 20 inches, and you're into the cab, okay? A view of the cab area, so I'm going to spin around. Again, this is travel mode, slides in, so both slides. This is a quad slide unit, so 2 slides in the front, 2 slides in the back. Again, I'm going to say 16 to 24 inches all the way through. When you get right here, it gets down to about 8, maybe 10, and right on through, and you're in the bathroom. So, in my opinion, plenty of room to get up and walk around. It's actually very impressive considering it's a quad slide unit with the upgraded theater seating. And this stuff, folks, is plush. Very nice. I've never heard of Octane, but I like it. It's got the built-in USBs, built-in lighting too. There's like blue lights. Kind of see them down there on the floor. You can even light up this center. It's got a place to store magazines or TV remotes or books or your iPad. Check this out. That's like a little iPad or phone holder. And there's different accessories too. So that just is aluminum. Slides down in there. Yeah, pretty sweet. Never heard of it, but I put it in my list of notes. I always take notes of cool things that I see because I see a lot of cool stuff in these that people have done. Matching dinette. I think it's the same brand. So, all right, that's travel mode. Give me just a moment. I'm going to bump the slides out. We're going to run the awning out. I want to show you that. It's all in good shape. Looks really nice. And we'll get this one finished up. Again, Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales with a 2023 Renegade Verona 40 ERB. So the rear bath with a half bath in the middle. Yeah, sleeps 4 people too. So nice theater seating. You can turn the dinette into a bed. And then you've got a plush mattress back in the back. All right, I'll be right back. All right, got the slides out, everything else closed back up. So quad slide, opposing slides front and rear. You can see the right front slide, got the outdoor entertainment TV opened up. I'm going to test out that sound bar. I like the looks. What I see there sounds like good, crystal clear with a little bit of bass. Gonna have to test it out though. Awning and everything ran out, all looks good. Patio, good coverage on the patio. Again, the paint, I like the paint. And this was just like one of the factory paint jobs, but when he added the blacked out wheels and the extra lights and the black bumper, I like it. It's got the Girard slide topper awnings. You can see those all in good condition. Going to make our way around. I'll give you a little view of the, kind of looking at the left front here. We deliver. I know I've mentioned that many of times, but coast-to-coast delivery available. We do put experienced drivers in the coach, so they will get it there safely for you. Financing available. We've got some really good financing options, 20-year, up to 20-year terms. So give us a shout if you need some help on the financing. We can make it happen. All right, let's go inside and get this one. Kind of I always call it the best part. I love the interiors of the Renegades. Keyless entry, comes with a key fob as well. Has the screen door, you can see there. All righty, here we go. Oh, same promotion. We ran this promotion for a while. Buy the rug, or the doormat here, get the coach free. Certain exclusions apply. See dealer for details. All right, I'm gonna fire up the generator. I don't have this one plugged into shore power. I'm gonna fire it up, get me a little AC in here. All righty, here we go. So, mid-entry, see we came in the door there in the middle. Across from you was the half bath. We're gonna go in this order, okay? You have an electric fireplace below the TV, and it works. Those things really put out nice heat. Huge TV. And by the way, let me show you a little, if you're the one that buys this coach, little secret, there's storage behind the TV. I did not know that on like the first 2 or 3 of these that we sold, and I don't know why. But big Samsung TV, sound bar, showed you the fireplace, very nice kitchen, lots of room. We do have the covers, so all the covers for the sink and the 2-burner induction cooktop are down there, so it makes it, flat surface all the way across. Has a Samsung convection microwave, tiled backsplash, day and night shades all throughout the coach. So this would be the, whoops, it's getting hung on something. There it goes. Day and night shades, you can see that. Insulated windows, like the frameless glass. This is cool too. So little pantry area. You have to slide this little stainless latch, and then this guy pulls out. Kind of like a spice rack, or put your macaroni and cheese or whatever on. Yep. French door, stainless Samsung fridge. I've got it set on 37 degrees and the freezer on 14. So everything works nice there. I think it's 18 cubic feet, I believe. So it's like a countertop depth with a pull-out freezer. Does have the built-in ice maker if you want to turn that on. And turn around here on the cab. So air ride, driver, and passenger seats, I mentioned. Upgraded Sears seating, and then when Renegade gets the chassis and they recover these seats with a very, very plush cover, has their logo on it. Nice cabinets up here. Your leveling system control is also up here. Does have the Live Air TV and the Winegard Connect on it. And then over here's your awning control. Now, this is something he added. This is not something you typically see on an Explorer. It comes with the, like the windshield panels, so the one that goes over here and goes all the way around. It has that. Those are up here in one of the cabinets. So it's a 3-piece little deal you put in the windows to keep the heat out. But how cool is that for just quick privacy? Simple. I mean, that's a curtain rod and some pretty nice drapes, but you just kind of pull them over to the side when you're driving. I'm sure you could tie a little, some type of little deal around them if you want to bunch them up, but I just kind of scrunched them up here on the top and boom, done. So a few cabinets up there, leveling control, dinette, big dinette, easily seats 4 people with room to spare. All of the original manuals, TV remotes, sound bar, fireplace remote, Allison automatic 6-speed transmission. Got the manual for that. Both sets of keys, the whole owner's manual binder, and then the theater seat. I know I kind of touched on that earlier, but diamond stitch seating on the headrest. Has these cool little deals like that one, again, is to hold like your phone or an iPad. And then I actually put the other ones up here. Let me show you one of those. There we go. So you can see it's got this like little aluminum rod on it. Set it down in there. And each side has its own remote down in here. So you pull this out and you can do heat, massage, lumbar. I almost think it'll scratch your back as well, but I haven't confirmed that. Very nicely done. I like the blue lighting. It's got a little storage down here underneath, and then some more storage up here that I showed. And I think there's an outlet in there. Yeah, there's like literally an electrical, like a 110 outlet. So very cool. So that's a slide out dinette theater seating. Across from you is the kitchen on its own slide. Convection microwave oven, the Samsung, and then the 2-burner. I'm going to throw you in a brand new 10-piece induction cookware set. Just remind me, okay? Remind me and we'll hook you up. Breaker panels are down here. Some more storage. Kind of cool place to hang your coat or your umbrella. You're like, hey, when I'm on vacation, it's not going to rain. Yeah. Sandy Marin macerator toilets. So electric flush toilets. Very nicely done on the bathrooms. Medicine cabinet, mirror. Nice cabinetry. Has a vent fan in both. Little controller there on the wall. Sliding pocket doors. So if you want privacy in the bedroom, you just move that across. Everyone's up here partying and you're ready to go to bed. You can just kind of tune them out. You have 2 roof airs too. There's a 15,000 BTU roof air in the front, and there's one in the back. There's also a ceiling fan. King size bed. How about that? And I don't know what brand of mattress it is, but I'm gonna find out. This has definitely been upgraded. It's much nicer than the OEM mattress. Across from the bed, you have a wardrobe, kind of like a little his and hers closet. This one has 2 doors. With a drawer in the bottom. Now this side has the 1 door with the clothing rod at the top, and then it has 3 drawers all dovetailed. The quality of the cabinets tells you a lot about the coach, and if you've watched some of my videos, you've probably heard me say that before, but that's true. Upgraded Vizio TV. So this is a bigger TV than they would normally have, and look at there. Upgraded Bose soundbar. Bose, the best in the business for sure. King size bed. There's your central vac where you would hook in if you're inside. Has some cabinets up there. Padded headboard. That's nice. Windows on each side of the bed with day and night shades. Then back here is your master bath. Another pocket door. So if you're going in the bathroom and you want to close that off, you can. I think they added this mirror. I like that. Nice little tasteful add-on. Back here in the master bath, plenty of room. So you go in the master bath, turn to the right. You have this another Sandy Marin, one of the porcelain electric flush toilets. Your control for your bath vent. There it is. Check out this. Very cool how these doors. I mean, you think if this door just opened normal, well, it would hit the toilet. So they fold in the middle. Washing machine on the bottom, dryer on the top. Very, very, very nicely done. Over here is another sink. Little vanity, some cabinet, storage space below, 3 drawers there. Then overhead above the sink is the cabinet, and then another mirror and little medicine cabinet back there. Now, the shower. Again, more upgrades. So instead of having the glass door that, opens up, I don't know, 18, 20 inches, it's sort of hard to get in and out of. He put a retractable, like little vinyl deal, and you'll see this more and more in the RV industry. They're going to start going to this. So again, you just pull it back, it gets out of the way, and you literally have like 2.5 or 3 foot of room to get into the shower. But if you want to close it off, you just pull it. I'll give you another little view there. Very, very neat, very easy to clean. Now, check out the shower head. Holy cow. That is way, way nicer than the stock one. It's got all your controls. You can spray your upper body, your mid body, your legs. Even has the wand with it. Again, this guy, the gentleman and his wife that previously owned this, they liked nice stuff, and they weren't scared to spend the money to make it even nicer. Not scared, but some people are tinkers and they can do really tasteful, nice upgrades themselves, and then some people aren't and they rely on, a shop to do it, and then the shop's 6 months behind and they never do it. So this guy took it upon himself, I'm assuming, to do a lot of this stuff. and very nicely done. Over here to the left of the shower, you have another cabinet with some adjustable shelving and another place to hang some more clothes. So, love it. Dual opposing slides back here in the bedroom. Again, another little view of the wardrobe. Over here, king size bed with this upgraded mattress. I like it. All right, multiplex system. We can show you how to download the app, control everything from your phone as well. 2023 Renegade Explorer 40 ERB, 40 foot 6 inches overall length without the front bumper. Add 8 inches for the front bumper. Lots of nice upgrades on this one. The Blackhawk. It just seemed fitting when I looked at it. Let me know if you have any questions. 29,000 original miles, clear title in hand, 300 plus pictures at chasecoach.com. All right, trades accepted, nationwide delivery available, and we also offer financing. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and give me a call, send me an email. Let me know if we can help you. Thanks for watching so much. Thank you. And until next time, have a good one.